Alright guys, now in this video we will see local file inclusion to remote code execution. So first let's discuss what is LFI, that is local file inclusion. Okay, suppose I have this file, it contains some text. So what I can do is, so this is think as a web page. So this web page contains this contents. So this is another web page. Now instead of copying all these lines, now what I can do is I can say include of say this file name is pc.txt. Okay, now this function takes this as parameter pc.txt and go to this pc.txt, which is this one, and copies all the content and paste it in here. So this will not paste directly, it will render when we open this web page. So that means this local file has been included in this web page. Now instead of this pc.txt, what we can say, we can also get the passwd file. So instead of shadow file, so you can also get configuration file also. So that means this include function should be filtered. If that did not filter, you can get information disclosure. So that means this include function should be filtered. So here is an example code. So this is the file parameter. So we need to send the file parameter in the URL and it will be stored in the file variable. So is set of files. So if the variable is not null and we are including this file contents, so we can say attacker.com question mark and file is equals to pc.txt. So this pc.txt will be the string of this file, and then this include will copy the content of this pc.txt and copies it here. Okay, instead of this pc.txt, what I can do is I can say hc passwd. So you can get the contents of this passwd into this. So this is the vulnerability file inclusion. Now we are going to this Kali Linux machine. I am running the Metasploitable 2 machine here, and I have already done the nmap scan. So this is the nmap scan and all the ports. There are so many ports open. So one of the port is 80 web server. It contains dvwa, and if you the login credentials are admin and the password. And if you click on this file inclusion, you can see to include a file, edit the page is equals to index.php. Alright, this is the include.php. Instead of this, what we can do is hc passwd and hit enter, and you can see the contents of passwd file. Here you can search for any users which does not have any password. Okay, now refresh this. So first let's see the source code. So this is very simple, get page and then storing it in the file variable. Sometimes here what it will be is it will append a php extension. So this will be file is equals to get dot php. That means whatever you include here, another php string will be appended here, and then it will be stored in the file variable. So if you put the hc passwd, so this source code will add php at the end and it will send to the render side. So that means you cannot fetch the passwd file. So one thing you can bypass is you can put the null character here. So %/0 %00, so that is the null terminator, and whenever this index appending has been taking place, it will get truncated because of this null character. So this %00 plus this one, this %00 will terminate the last PHP extension. Now hit enter. So you can see similar output. In our case, there is no appending the extension. That's why you can simply say etc passwd. And sometimes you need to go back to the parent directory that is far from the root directory, because this include.php may be in the some another subfolders. So you make sure you have sufficient up directory so that you reach the root directory, and then you can request for etc passwd. So you can see the same output. So this is the basic information disclosure. And you can also say etc shadow. You can also okay permission. Okay, this some so sorry. Okay, permission denied. You can get for some files depending upon the security permissions. Okay, this is the basic local file inclusion. Now how to convert this into the remote code execution is due to the lock poisoning. So one way is using the environment variables, proc self environ. Okay, this stores the all the environment variables required by the web browser, web server. What we can do is we can say proc self environ and hit enter. So you can see here, you can see redirect status and http underscore host, that is our IP address, http user agent, that is Firefox, that is our web browser. You can see cookie, session ID, etc. So this is will be stored in the proc self environ. Okay, now what we can do is I'm turning the burp suite on, proxy intercept on, and go to and refresh this page. So now we are sending the proc self environ. Okay, now what we want to do is I want to send it to repeater. So let's turn this intercept off. So here what we can do is let's send and get the result. So these are the environment variables, right? Now we can change this user agent. So user agent to execute some code, php system of $_get of, let's say C. So let's send this, and you can see http user agent is equals to nothing, because this is a PHP code and it is cannot be seen in the normal HTML. Now what we can do is, however, this code is definitely included in this. To prove that, you can send the value of C here. So this is the get of C, and you can send the value of C as C is equals to ls, and now click on send. I think you can see this is the output, include.php, index.php, and a source. So source may be directory. So this is output. Now what you can do is you can start the listener. So I am listening on this 1 2 3 4 port. Now go to decoder and you can say nc nv and the IP address. So this is my Kali Linux IP address and port 1234. Sorry, let's see. I'm sorry, it's 4. And then upon execution, execute this bin bash. So you need to send this URL encoded. So you can encode as URL. So copy this and go to repeater and paste instead of ls. So if you're doing in the browser in the like URL, you don't need to encode, you can directly send the netcat reversal, but in the burp suite you need to encode. Now send. We did not get response because the reversal has been executed. You can see connection from unknown. You can tell who am I, data ls. You can see the same output we have seen in the previous packet. So you can upgrade to the TTY shell and do some Linux previous or something. So let me close this. So this is one way using the this is one way to exploit this environment variables. So we are okay, so this is the using the poisoning this environment variables. So the next one is authentication poisoning. So where log auth.log. Now let's go and see where log auth.log. So this is the SSH logs. So whenever you SSH onto a system using in the any username and the password, it will be logged here, the failure attempts also. So now what you can do is SSH instead of SSH user, you can type this PHP command. So okay, it's the same we have used in the environment variables poisoning. So instead of this normal username, you can send this one. Now hit enter. In the password type something blah 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 and exit. Now refresh this page. Let's also refresh again. Send to repeater, intercept off. So now I want to actually show you with a normal user SSH. Let's say predator at the rate IP. I don't know password. Hit enter. Now close this. Okay, now request for this logs. Send. Now you can search for predator. So you can see invalid user predator from the IP address. So this is my Kali Linux IP address. Failed now. So my IP address and the username has been logged on. So in the same way, in the previous request, this PHP has been logged on. Now what you can do is you can simply say send the C variable, because this will already be rendered by the PHP and you need to supply the command. Let's say ls. I don't think you can see the ls here. Okay, I don't know, this there is so much. Okay, you can see here this is the output, help include.php, index.php and so the output is existing instead of this user. So we have this user has been repeating few times in the few lines. So instead of that username, this output has been this command output has been placed. You can see here the file names. So if you delete this, you can normally assume invalid user predator from this IP address. So now you can simply go to the decoder and copy the same reversal and paste it in here instead of ls. Similarly, and hit enter. Sorry, not hit enter, it's send. So now you can see connection from this IP address. Who am I? So let's close this one. So this is one technique. If you find this SSH port open, you can see here SSH port open. you can use the SSH log poisoning. You can poison those SSH logs, and also FTP logs. So var log vs ftpd dot log. Okay, permission denied. So this log, we cannot open this log because the permission has been denied. So, so if there is a permission access, so what you can do is you can say ftp so I'm logging into this ftp. Instead of this username, let's copy this, so let's copy and paste it in here. So it will be logged into the server and say password blah blah blah, and you can see exit. So now you can normally refresh this page and send uh, ampersand c is equals to your netcat reversal. So in our case the permission has been denied. So, okay, so the next one is mail www data. So generally if there is an SMTPD server, so this is on 25, yes, so there are, the file structure is different for this metasploitable 2, and generally mails are stored at where mail username. So generally the username will be www data. So you can send this using the mail command, using this one mail subject, and instead of this subject you can send this php system command, and after that you can just go to the URL and go to this mail where mail username c and reversal. So you can also see vs ftpd log. Okay, you can also do the var log apache 2 apache 2 access dot log. So you can similarly you can generate a fake request, and instead of get index.php you can generate the get request about this php system code. So you can send that, and that will be logged into this access.log. So you can simply say ampersand c is equals to your reversal code. So simple, but in our case we do not have access to this access.log. So you can use this apache access log, email access log, and then you can use vs ftp server and many more. So that's how you do the you use these poisoning methods to take advantage of this local file inclusion and to get the reversal.